answers to questions about me. What is your middle name and what is its significance? My middle name is Kareen, K-A-R-E-E-N. Significance of this name is that it was the name of a woman that my mother used to work with when she was living in New Zealand in the late 1960s. Things you cannot leave your house without. My phone, my iPad, my keys. Not necessarily in that order. Generally there's someone around the house so I can get back in without my keys. Often I had a pen, but phone, probably the most important thing, in my iPad. If you were given $100,000 a month, what would you spend it on? I would spend it on, after I'd supplied all my own personal and family's needs, I would spend it on camera and photography and video stuff and music. What is a nickname only your family calls you? Lumpo. Name a few of your strengths. A few of my strengths are that I have this unshakable sense of injustice. So if people have been done wrong, then I feel it and want to go and fix that problem. Another strength is that I am pretty bright and am able to solve problems quite easily. Anything I put my mind to doing, I can pretty much do and make a success of it. Name a few of your weaknesses. My unshakable sense of injustice often gets me into a lot of trouble, and also my intelligence gets me into trouble as well. But that's not a weakness, I don't think. What was your first car? What is your current car? My first car was a Suzuki Chino. Over here they called Suzuki Swiss, and it was metallic green. It was beautiful, and his name is David Suzuki. Currently don't have a car. Do you have any weird phobias? Probably not that weird, but I have some issues with texture, and also if a blind is wound down too far, I get really upset about that, to the point of my family actually make fun of me with that, because you know, they'll go out of their way to actually roll it right down, and I just get really irritated. Yeah, I try very hard not to roll it up again or to get upset about it, but there's also some taste sensations that I don't like. So oh yes, that's right, weird phobia. The really thick straws that you get for things like milkshakes and whatever, thick shakes, cannot use them because they just make me gag. Don't know why. Do you have any special talents? Yes, I am classically trained in singing, and although I don't keep it up as much as I used to, I still can sing very well. What was your first stuffed animal and what was its name? My first stuffed animal was a pillow called Humphrey that was a merchandise from a TV show called Humphrey B. Bear in Australia. Do you have any weird body skills? Yes, I do, but I'm not going to demonstrate them now. No. I click my ankles, and as I'm sitting down, and I'm not going to lift my legs up in the air, I'm not going to show you. You can probably hear this, hang on. Can you hear that? What was the first concert you attended? First concert I attended was Phil Keaggy and Randy Stonehill in, don't know what year, must have been about 1989, 88 or 89, can't remember. But it was in Sydney. At the time I was living in Newcastle, which is north of Sydney, so it was a bit of an adventure to go there. Post a photo of you in the last item of clothing you bought. I'll do better than that. Video. Where would you like to visit or live one day? Well, I always wanted to live in London, and I do. So that doesn't really count anymore. And then my next favourite one was Dublin, and I would still like to live there one day, I think. I love going there. I think I'd like to go to Los Angeles as well, and just to see if it lives up to the hype. What's a phrase or exclamation that you always say? Gosh, gosh, oh gosh, gosh, oh my. Mostly gosh. Are you messy or neat? Anyone who's been to my house will know the answer to that question. What are your top 3 favourite bands or artists? Well, I can tell you my top 2, but the third is probably an amalgamation of like everything else I listen to. I have a really extensive music collection, and I don't tend to sort of differentiate between anyone else but my first 2 are, and I think they rate equally in terms of importance in my life. Jedward and David Bowie. And Bowie because I loved him since I was 15, and Jedward because I've loved him for the last 5 years, and I can't see that stopping anytime soon. And there's a lot about them that does remind me of Bowie, in that they don't stop. They just don't stop. And he also had, like Bowie also had, a struggle to sort of get recognition in the first place. So we'll see how they go. I mean, they're still around after 7 years. Last one. Why did you start vlogging, and what is the origin behind your vlog's name? Okay. Well, my friend Nina and I decided that we could have a positive influence on YouTube, and so we decided that coming from 2 different countries, or living in 2 different countries, we might have a unique perspective on things, and as we're older as well, might be able to show a different point of view. And our YouTube channel's name is LINA Likes, and that comes from, well, it's a portmanteau name. It's the L-I from Lisa and the N-A from Nina. And of course, you know, that's like a sort of a carryover from Jedward themselves, because we've been Jedward fans, came together as Jedward fans. So yeah, so that's where Lina comes from, Lisa and Nina. So thank you. Bye.
Hello and welcome to LINA Likes. I'm Nina, and today I'm turning this tea towel into a bag. So let's go!